And I was like, fine, I surrender. And in that moment, I surrendered my free will. I'm a very type A, controlling, obsessive personality. I am a very strong personality. I want things to go my way. I think I know best most of the time. And my stubbornness and maybe not even stubbornness, but my strong-willedness has really gotten in the way in my life of a lot of success. Because for me, even though I was receiving divine guidance, even though I was receiving intuitive hits, even though my soul at times was shouting at me, my mind always thought it knew best. And so even after I started this business and began, listening more to soul and being soul-led and being soul-driven, it was always a negotiation with my mind and with my ego, because I always thought I knew better. So even though I'd be directed to do one thing, I would be like, okay, but I can make it better. Let's just tweak it like this and then put the offer out like this. Or let's just price it like this because that price doesn't seem like it's really the right thing, right? So I questioned and I doubted my soul. And every time, I'm just gonna say this right now because I think it's important for you to hear this. Every time you question your soul, every time you receive divine guidance from your soul and you do something differently, it's like a little piece of your soul dies. It's like stabbing your soul in the heart with a spoon. I would receive the divine guidance and then I would be like, well, no, I know better, so we're gonna do it this way. I'd been saying no to my soul for a long time, and I had my spiritual reawakening, and I had been back connected to my soul long before my business imploded. And so I had been hearing my soul and saying no to my soul for several years at this point. And my soul, I think, was about sick of my ass. And I remember laying in the swimming pool one day. I had finished my morning client calls and I was laying out in the swimming pool. Water, as I said, is a conduit for me, and I started getting divine guidance. And immediately my strong-willed, ego, stubborn ass was like, oh yeah, but it would be better if we did it like this. And something happened, something shifted in that moment where I was exhausted. I was exhausted from fighting myself. I was exhausted from my internal battle of like my soul trying to guide me and my mind trying to talk me out of it. And literally it was like my soul voice was so loud in that moment. My soul voice in that moment was like, when are you going to surrender? When are you going to stop? How has doing this the way you logically think you should do it, how has it worked out for you so far? What are your results? What do you have to lose from just surrendering? And literally, I remember the moment, like I was looking up at the sky, there were like these beautiful clouds, like very sparse, but like really beautiful, fluffy clouds. And I was laying on this pool float and I was like, fine, I surrender. And in that moment, I surrendered my free will to my divine soul, right? My divine soul that ultimately knows all, ultimately knows everything, is infinite, is immortal, right? It is that highest version of myself that knows exactly what's best for me in every moment. And so in that moment, I surrendered my free will to my divine soul and to the divine, right? All that is. And I decided that I was no longer going to try to do things my way. That when I was directed to do something, I was going to show up and do that thing. And my life has been filled with nothing short of miracles on a weekly basis since that happened.